Welcome back, everybody. I am Giles, and it is Wednesday. And as everybody knows, Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. And on this New Comic Book Day, on February 19th, 2025, I am launching a new channel, Key Comic Books. And of course, you'll be watching this on my technology channel, but I'll copy this over. As I start to build out the other channel. But I just wanted to go through and play around with this and test a little bit. So, for all the folks joining, I know this isn't the typical content that you're accustomed to, but this is going to be some stuff that I'll be doing. Like I said, in my larger world of view of channels and content and stuff that I like to do. And really, this is just a chance for me to go through new comics that I've gotten and talk about those a little bit and really just look at them myself. And also play with some new cameras and stuff that I've got going on, which is pretty exciting for me. If you're not here for the comic books, feel free to hang out anyway, and go to @KeyComicBooks and on YouTube and give that a subscribe. I think I have one subscriber on that channel over there now. Hopefully there's a little bit of crossover between my normal group and new folks, but we're going to get right into it. So I get about half my comics through subscriptions, and then the other half I get from a local comic book shop that's pretty awesome. The only issue is that the ones that I get through subscription come in almost a week late. So Wednesday, new stuff comes out, and then on the following Tuesday, I usually get my subscription. So the stuff that I'll be showing, some of it is new as of today, the day of the show, and then some is a little bit older, right? And these are the new comic books to me this week. So we're going to go ahead and get into this thing and look at these things and see what's going on. So let's try out this newfangled top-down camera. All right, so we have this, but I obviously need to figure out how to flip this image around. So this is all part of figuring out this new stuff, right? So there's got to be a way on the cameras to do this. So let's see. And you guys can bear with me. Right now we're looking at Batman #5. Although it kind of looks like Batman #2 without the camera flipped. All right, so image. So everybody just bear with me. It's going to take me a while. I'm new to this camera, and I know there is a. Is it this? So with that, okay. So this will make it work for you guys. How about that? So we can just do it this way. It's upside down for me. So we're going to start out with Batman #5, and this is for the Absolute Batman. And there's a bunch of Absolute stuff out now from DC. So they started, I guess, 5 months ago, and they've done Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and I think they're going to have Absolute Flash and some other stuff. And I've read through the first 4 of these, and #3 I think was just an absolute stinker of a issue. I really didn't like the artwork in that one at all. But Batman #5, this one I think came out last week. All right. Next, we're doing some of last. Yeah, we're going to go through last week's stuff, and I have a lot of these, so I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. If you have any questions, or if anybody wants to see any of the interior art, I'm happy to open this up and let you see those as well. So you just got to call it out. So, All New Venom #3. And these are going to be mostly A covers, unless there's just really a B, C, D, E, Q, Q, or whatever cover that I really, really like. But another pretty one. I actually haven't read any of the Venoms at all, the new stuff. Then we've got Amazing Spider-Man, 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. And I think we're going to get an issue 68, then a issue 68.deaths, and then 6970. And then they're going to start back over with a new volume and #1 for Amazing Spider-Man. So this run, as far as I know, is just about gone. So if you're collecting these, it's almost time to start over. New comic that I just picked up, and this was #1, Bug Wars from Image, and this is a fantasy comic, and my favorite stuff is sword and sorcery and fantasy and that kind of stuff. Hey, look, I can put myself down in the corner. Look at where I'm at. I'm down. I don't know where I'm at. I'm somewhere. But this is fantasy, and I'm really excited. They had a bunch of really cool covers for this one, and I would like to have gotten them all, but I'm not completely made of money, so I didn't. All right, Cable, Love and Chrome. This is a limited series that Marvel's got out now, And this is a love story between the two characters here, Cable and his love interest. So if you're a Cable fan, I would say pick this one up. But you got to really love Cable, I think, to go in for that comic. Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America, obviously a strong tie-in with the movie that just came out. First issue was all right, nothing special there. This was a cold pickup. I don't know anything about this. Cyberpunk 2077 Cyberpunk or Psycho Squad. And this is 1 of 4, so this looks like it'll be a limited series, and we'll see how that one goes. And this cover is so-so. Deadpool, pools of blood. For the most part, I find most Deadpool comics not very good. And that's going to be the same for Rob Liefeld's Deadpool team up. I just like the artwork, right? Because I remember when he was doing his Amazing Spider-Man run back in the early 90s. Yeah, I think it's early 90s. Around, I think he started issue 297 or something like that. And then, of course, had the big 300. Which I don't have. I have the one in front of it and the one after it, but I don't have a 300. And then, again, more in the Spider-Man vein, Eddie Brock's Carnage is out. So, Venom's out there. Carnage is out there now. Number 1 just hit last week. So that's out and going. And Marvel continues to cash in on Deadpool and Wolverine. I like this cover quite a bit. It's got some, like a dinosaur kind of monster, looks dead kind of thing. So that's pretty appealing. Now, over in Image Comics, Indie, I've got all of the Geiger so far, and this universe with Ghost Machine is pretty cool. Nothing really special about this cover, but the comic is quite good. Here's another blind buy that I did. I don't really know anything about this, although I thought the cover was outstanding. This is really cool. Hive, and it shows the gun firing. And the idea here is that I guess the bees or wasps or whatever those are kind of like the shells from a gun. So that looks kind of cool. So we'll get around to reading it one day or not. I don't know. Looks cool. So picked it up anyway. Immortal Thor. Thor's final adventure begins here, and I don't really know what they mean by that. I wonder if they're gonna, and if anybody knows, feel free to chime in. Maybe they're gonna kill the run sometime here in the future, and it'll make it a 24 or something like that. I don't know. But I just started picking up Thor. I don't have that full series. Now, the first big crossover for Marvel of the year is the Doom crossover, and so this is One World Under Doom. This is a mini series that's going to go. I think this one goes 9 issues, if I remember correctly. But this is crossing over with all kinds of stuff, so there'll be a lot, and I'll show you those as they come along. Psylocke, I'm actually missing number 2, so I haven't read these yet. But the covers have been really good, and I like this. I mean, you got the little butterflies, and just, I mean, it's very nice. Looks good. Okay, this is a new series that I like a lot, Lucky Devils. So I read number 1, and I really liked issue number 1, but I didn't care for the art. But the story was strong enough to carry me through. So this one's on the list now that I'm picking up, and I enjoyed, like I said, that number 1 a lot. Another comic that I think has just beautiful covers, Magic. So Magic has just started on issue number 2. There are a bunch of alternate covers, variants that are really, really nice, but looking good. And this is another series that I haven't read yet, but I started picking them up. I'm going to build out the first 30 of this one. I've got 29, and I think 30 is in my other stack, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Covers okay, and I'm a cover guy. I love covers, if you can't tell. All right, another mini series. The Moon is Following Us. This one's pretty good. I've enjoyed it so far. I think this one's going to go for 9. I think 9. So Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. This is one that I'm just picking up just in case. I'm not really a Moon Knight fan at all. Now, New Champions. So issue number one of this was super iffy for me. I didn't really care for it. And we'll see if this one sticks around. But yeah, I don't know. Now, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, the covers have been really good for this run. I really, really like them. I think the artwork has been pretty good as well. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, there you go. All right. This was another blind pickup. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. Clone Force 99 has a new mission. I don't know if this is going to be good. I don't think I'll ever actually read this. But, you know, supporting the local comic book shop. Why not? Witchblade. Now, this is kind of a crossover into my love of sword and sorcery comics. So stuff like Conan and that kind of thing. That's my favorite, right? The Critical Role stuff. You know, that's my favorite genre of comic book. I like the superhero stuff, but I really like fantasy. And this is like kind of like urban fantasy. So pretty good. Artwork has been pretty outstanding as well. All right. And then my last comic from last week's stash, X-Men number 11. Art's been really good here. So nothing to say other than if you're an X-Men fan, you're probably picking it up. And I like it. All right. So I'm going to move these to the side. We're going to move on to the stack that came in today. All right. So there we go. Aliens versus Avengers. There is a lot of alien crossover stuff, and they're mostly junk. I think this kind of just a money grab. So if you're into it, you're into it. This is Conan the Barbarian. I hate this cover a lot. This cover is absolutely abominable. I should have picked up one of the variants. This is horrible. But this is like my third or fourth favorite comic book right now. Like, and you know, my favorite is fantasy sword and sorcery stuff. And so this is like number 4, number 3, number 5 kind of top for me. So I've enjoyed reading the Conan stuff. Savage Sword of Conan is my favorite number 1 currently publishing book that's out there right now. But none of those new this week or last week. Doom Academy, number 1. Don't know, haven't read it. Brand new. So part of the crossover. You'll see this on a lot of comics now. And that's the indicator that you're in that big crossover. Infinity Watch, number 2. Infinity Watch, number 1 was not good in any way. I'm going to buy the whole miniseries just because, but I did not like number 1 at all. Mystique, I'm not a big fan of the artwork for the comic, but it's okay. And this cover's all right. Storm, I have absolutely, and again, the crossover, right? I've absolutely enjoyed the artwork on this. Just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, absolutely good times. So I suggest you get that miniseries. Another miniseries that's just kicked off, One World Under Doom. There's like a billion of these. So Thunderbolts, Doomstrike, and then I think this is going to be another push with movie tie-in stuff to draw interest to the comic book. And we'll see how it goes. I'll read it one of these days and get to it. Now, this is another One World Under Doom, Weapon X-Men. Cover pretty good. Good set of characters there. We'll see. X Factor number 7. I've got pretty much a full run of the original X Factor. And I'm a big X Factor fan. Again, crossover with One World Under Doom. Number 7 there. A blind buy today. I think this is on number 3 right now. And I have no idea what this is about, but I picked this up just because, I don't know, I'm a glutton for punishment. Same reason I picked this one up. Fear of the Jedi. Star Wars High Republic number 1. I don't know. I just like spending money apparently. Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons: The Rise of Hellfire. So this is going to be a 4-issue miniseries out of Dark Horse, and I bought this because it's Dungeons and Dragons and not really Stranger Things, although I think it's more Stranger Things than Dungeons and Dragons. But I wanted to pick it up anyway because there's a picture of a beholder on the front down here, and they're playing the game, and I'm a big D&D fan, been playing forever, so had to get it. New series out, Zatanna. So a lot of people are fans of Zatanna, and there are a ton of covers for this out right now. This is, I believe, is the A cover, and when I don't have any preferences, I just always get the A. So dropped today, and it's on number 1. So I haven't read any of these Werewolf by Nights yet, but I picked up a handful of them to try and catch up uh, today. So the comic book store had 1, 2, 3, and 7 still on the shelves. And what I really think that means is when they have a lot of the 1, 2s, and 3s, and then after that they're all gone. They ordered a bunch of the 1, 2s, and 3s and thought it would be super popular, and then nobody bought them, and then they ordered less, and then they've just been selling out of those. But number 7 came out today, and I'll go through those one of these days. We got the new Daredevil that's out. Nothing special there. I think there's actually a better cover of this one that shows Daredevil just knocking Bullseye out. So there's that. And as I mentioned before, here's Miles Morales Spider-Man number 30. I think that cover is really good. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is a Deadpool Pools of Blood crossover. And then now we're going to go over to Ultimate Black Panther. So Ultimate Universe stuff. I've got pretty much all of the Ultimate Universe stuff. And this is, if you like them, you like them. It's a completely different take on the Marvel Universe. It's like a little concurrent reboot that they've done. This is a Blade number 4. And then this okay. And then I'm buying these for your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Mans just to have them. I've got 1, 2, and 3 now. G.I. Joe, I picked up some back issues there. So number 4 is out, and then number 3, and I think I have 1 and 2. I've got to go look and see. And these are okay. It's more nostalgia than anything else. And then finally, last one here is Daredevil Unleashed Hell, another Red Band comic that comes bagged. And I never know what to do, right? Because on these guys, they come in their own little bag, right? Because they're just too risque for anybody to actually read and be able to accidentally open up because explicit content. And I want to open it up, but part of me says, no, don't open it up. and I'm like, no, but I really want to read it. Because I'm not really like a investor collector, if that makes sense. I'm never going to send any of this stuff off and see if I can get a 9.8 and put it in a slab and all that kind of stuff. So I suppose I should, because it doesn't really matter. But the other part of me is just like, never take it out of the bag. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. All right. So that brings us to the end of the last 2 weeks. And my first experiment here with my weekly comic book show. Next week, this will be live on Key Comic Books. So all you folks from at Giles McCoy, thank you so much for popping in and looking to see what's going on and saying, what the heck is this? And then bailing out. But thanks for humoring me as I stream some new stuff and figure out some other content from a different channel. And man, if you can, please go down to at Key Comic Books here on YouTube and give that a subscribe, and we'll see if we can get to 10 or 15 or 20 subscribers here pretty soon. And next week we'll pick this up with concurrent streams on both the channels. So thank you so much. See you guys in the next one. Take care.